Okay, so it is my intent to crochet bold and brash.
How about this one? I call it bold and brash. More like belongs in the trash.
Yes, the bold and brash from Spongebob SquarePants. And I have not been crocheting for that long. I would say like 6 months now. I have 3 completed projects, 7 projects that are 3/4 of the way done. One of them being this first quarter of a sock. But I realized that I was doing solely for the purpose of procrastinating bold and brash. But it's very important that I do this because I just got off the phone with my friend Jana, and Jana is an amazing friend who lives in an old folks retirement home in Florida, but she's 20, she's not an old folk. And she said, Izzy, you have to stop procrastinating, you have to stop working on these socks, and you already bought the fabric for bold and brash, which she calls old bold and brash. Hello?
Hello, what is this?
So I just have a question.
Okay.
Why do you call it old bold and brash and not just bold and brash?
Because in the episode that Bold and Brash appears, they get thrown in the dump together, or SpongeBob goes to the dump, and when Squidward meets him at the dump, SpongeBob finds Bold and Brash, and he goes, "Look, Squiddy, it's old Bold and Brash."
I have another question.
What?
Do you like SpongeBob?
I love SpongeBob. Did you watch SpongeBob, like, as a kid?
I mean, yeah, I've watched probably every episode. That doesn't mean I like it.
Yeah. Anytime that somebody, like, tells me, like, oh, yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob, I'm like, I can tell that you're a weirdo.
Well, okay.
That was the interview?
Yeah, that was it. Okay, so the first thing that I needed to do was get some yarn to make bold and brash. So I went to my local Meijer, the clearance section at the yarn. I wanted some acrylic for no other reason than it was very cheap. Here's what I'm using. I'm using 3 Bernat. These are going to be the colors of Squidward's body. And then for the yellow, I'm using Bernat Super Value. And I think that I need 1 yellow more to give it more of a depth. So then I needed to get that 3rd yellow-orange color tone. I went to my local Joann's iconic female-run craft superstore, except for it's fully not. I just looked it up. This guy's the CEO. This is actually a painting that my friend Aisha did. It's actually much better than the one that Squidward does. So I tried to base my coloring more off of Aisha's because I thought that it was kind of prettier. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm just so excited. Yeah, so I ended up doing this Photoshop, cutting up the image sort of thing into 20 different squares. I printed them off at Staples. If you want to know how to do this, I'll link to a video tutorial. I thought that this would be the easiest way to do it, to sort of grid it out, because at first I was like, am I going to do a pattern? But then I just ended up free crocheting it, so it was really helpful to just have something that I could lay the crochet down on and kind of look at it. This was the easiest part. It looks so good right here. Like, I'm looking at it too. I know, it looks so easy. Just finished Squid's eye. Gorgeous. Fabulous. Oh, that is just lining up so beautifully. Yeah, that was definitely the easiest part. Everything gets harder from there. So I was trying to draw out the zones where I wanted the colors to go. Oh my god, that is so freaky. What the that looks like an amoeba. Actually, on second thought, I kind of like how that looks better. Also, I'm really sorry. This was fully intended to be a tutorial, and that just did not happen. I didn't write down any of the steps after, like, the outer eye, and I basically just free crocheted the entire thing. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it. Like, you can do it. Okay, so I'm almost basically done with, how am I going to show you this? Oh my god, the inner body. Bout chicka wow wow. So the timeline of this project was insane. It was that of a mad person. I basically worked on it like 12 hours a day for the first 5 days I did it. Worked on it like 2 more times in the next 2 months, and then did not finish it until 4 months later. We've got some awkward thing happening here, but I think when I do the black outline, it will sort of correct itself. I still have 3 more spots that I'm putting the mint color, but I'm just really happy with how the nose looked, and I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, so from conception to execution, this entire project was simply flooded with madness. And I want to say thank you to my sister who filmed me doing this at some points. Even though I forced her, it was still very kind of her. So thank you, Grace. There she is. Scratching your back with a chopstick. I don't actually think I said anything that important in this. I just thought that I looked really cute. So I kind of realized what the squid that I'm crafting, what he kind of looks like. And he kind of looks like Plankton. You guys know who Plankton is, right? You better know. And Plankton is an amoeba. Is that right? Did I just make that up? Let me look. No, yeah, I was fully right. Planktons are definitely amoebas. And Plankton's first name Ray Ray? I'm only asking that because of this specific instance in this specific episode.
That's right, baby. Ray Ray is at your service.
I fully understand if your parents did not let you watch that. I'm so sorry if you're a weirdo now because you didn't get to be exposed to that, but your parents really thought they were probably doing the right thing. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. How does it look? Super creepy. I'm doing so good. Thanks for asking. Wow. Yeah, I did finish the body. Thank you for asking. Oh, yeah, I do have to tie off the ends. It is going to take me the rest of the night. There's lots of them. You could probably crochet this way more efficiently than I did. Why did you do it so inefficiently? Because that was the choice that I made when I went to Parsons New School of Design. So I'm going to spend 3 hours putting in all these ends, do the black outline, and then get ready to start doing the yellow background. So here I am tracing the yellow and orange sort of path direction that I wanted to follow. Free crochet is super hard, guys. It got super lumpy. In the end, it did end up taking some ironing and some wet blocking to even it out.
Here's what I think SpongeBob does to young minds. I think it, like, makes them, like, quick-witted.
I feel like my wit has decreased every single day since I stopped watching SpongeBob.
Exactly!
So I'm just ordering these from Home Depot to aid me in making like a sort of hanging situation. But yeah, it was pretty lumpy, as you guys can see. I definitely needed to wet block it. Here I am laying out the towels. If you don't know what wet blocking is, it's basically where you get it wet, and because it's fibers and yarn, it can sort of mold and conform to a shape that you want to give it. And in this case, that means making it flat. Here I am exploring its high fashion possibilities. So I'm just gonna basically get this like soaking wet. I think for wet blocking, typically you don't want it to be like dripping water. Maybe I'll even put it on like spin. Yeah, so my process kind of consisted of me putting it in this sort of shape that I wanted and then just going around and going pat, 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 pat with my hands and just kind of flattening it out. Yeah, pat, 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 pat. So I put towels over the areas that I wanted to be really flat, and I'm kind of just jumping on them. Van Gogh, Homer. I left it like this in my basement for about a day just to make sure it was fully dry. Okay, so here's the wooden poster backing that I made. Screwed them together like right there. So you're gonna go through the first row on your one side and then go through your second row on the other side. And then you're kind of just gonna keep doing that all the way. Yeah, so this project definitely took many months, but I'm honestly super proud of how it came out. In the past 6 months with this project, I think just getting confident with free crochet was the best. So my hanging up process was basically just me taking an ook hanger, art hanger, painting hanger, and nailing it into the wall with a hammer. And then I brought my work into my room and hung it up here. So here is Bold and Brash XL crochet version hanging in my room. Potentially the most insane Bold and Brash endeavor of all time. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if I could give you some advice, it would be simply go for it. Don't be afraid to mess up. You'll probably really know how you feel about crochet by the end of it. You don't really have to subscribe. You can if you want. I post videos when I feel like it, and hopefully I never feel like it ever again. So bye, and thanks Miles for making this really awesome track. I really appreciate it.
Hey, what's up,